In my ears.
GM Farcaster. It is Monday, April 29th. I almost said May. And you are here with Nounish Prof and Adrian for 21 minutes of Farcaster News to start your day. Probably, maybe, might be more like 29. But because we've got a lot to cover, and we are in full like FarCon mode and getting so excited. I'm overwhelmed, but really excited. Half of the things we're going to talk about today are FarCon. But before I forget, because I forgot the other day, I have to show you these. So I don't know. Remember you saw like Ted's cast about tattoos and the possible chance there might be a tattoo artist there?
Like an actual 100% chance there's an actual tattoo artist doing tattoos at FarCon.
Yes, that random hypothetical. Yes, that one. So if you don't want to get a real tattoo, I do have you all set for these temporary tattoos of V and DWR. So you can make your choices. Those will be at our happy hour. So if you are one of our Wow Wow or Mole subscribers, you definitely want to RSVP and be there, because that's where you're going to be able to get those for sure. Can't make any guarantees after that. So hope we're going to see you there. I also got all my swaggy things. I've got stickers. I've got coasters. I've got more stickers and magnets, and I've got noggles. So, I mean, guys, you're going to want to be there. And we've got shirts coming and all kinds of fun swag. So very excited. Very, very excited. Can't wait.
Yeah. If you want and we have lots of shirts. Shirts. I'm both of us
more than we had
last time. Flights. Both of us changed our flights and probably had to pay up for it as well. Like,
oh my God. I don't even want to. I'm really glad we don't have a CFO right now, because they'd be really mad at us.
It still costs money whether you have a CFO or not.
It's that Schitt's Creek, you can expense it, but we're expensing it to ourselves. So it's
yeah, exactly. But both of us had flights that got in time for every event, and we got nervous, so we both are coming in earlier. And Neri, if I'm saying her name right, and I know you had casted last night the FarCom before FarCon.
Yes.
And it's it literally looks like the fakest photo I've ever seen. I don't know where you
find it.
Well, we can pull it up later. But I was cracking up.
I was going to show it later, but I'll show it right now. Yeah.
Because whatever vibe she's showing is the 180 opposite of how I'm feeling. And there is no FarCom.
There's no FarCom for me.
There's only Far Chaos.
100%. I am in full chaos mode, because I'm also here's the other thing you got to keep in mind. I still have a day job for the next week. So yeah. And we're at the end of the semester, which means this is what my inbox looks like. Hi, professor. I forgot to turn in the blah, 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 blah. Can you reopen it for me? Over and over and over again with me is there anything I can do about my grade? Yes. Do you have a time machine? Maybe you can go back in time and actually do the assignments when they were due. So this is me all day long, and grading just tons and tons and tons of papers. So it's a good time. However, today,
lucky you. Sidebar. I know we told our kids to advocate for themselves, and I think that's really great. But wouldn't it be nice if we went back in time when you weren't allowed to ask your teachers for extra credit? Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Can you just do that? But also today, so really fun. I do have Luke and Nets zooming in to talk to my students in my blockchain and my NFTs class. So that's really fun. But here's the thing, I don't think half of them, maybe a third of them, really how big of a deal that is. The rest of them are just whatever. And I could tell I told them they had to submit a question, do some research, submit a question. And half of them are obviously not research, because they're all what made you think of Pudgy Penguin? He didn't. I told you this. I told you that he acquired the project. Anyway, so I'm really looking forward to getting there on Tuesday now. Very excited. Can't wait. But yes, I love this FarCom before the storm, but also I'm not feeling it. Definitely not feeling that, but I do love that. So Inari, love it. Fantastic. We have some other things to talk about. So let's talk about them before we jump into even more FarCon stuff. But this was from V. I wrote a bit about Farcaster's consensus model and the specific trade-offs we had to navigate. Planning on sharing more broadly tomorrow. Any feedback is appreciated. And I did look, I don't know how he's going to be sharing it more broadly because this was pretty detailed when I looked at it, but and it was a whole thing about delta graphs and blockchains, and it was very interesting, but I also only half understood what was happening there. Did you get a chance to look at this yet? Probably not.
I have not, and I really can't wait because I like a good V post. I'm always
Yeah,
going
it's
back to
good.
the classic sufficiently decentralized social network, kind of like the origin. So I'm looking forward to this. I assume more broadly means on other platforms.
Oh, maybe. You might
Or
be
he
right.
posted this to the dev channel. So
Yes,
maybe
that's
this is
true.
dev channel, get
Maybe it was
feedback
like,
more
yeah,
broadly
it was
to,
like, I didn't mean for you to look at this, prof. It's
yeah,
actually what he was
exactly.
saying.
It's, hey,
This was
devs, I'll
this
take
is
your
just for
feedback.
the devs, and that's why you don't understand it. Oh, okay. Sorry, I missed that note. But yeah, that's probably what it is. And then we have this from Dan, new on Warpcast Mobile. And I actually noticed this Friday, but didn't mention it, but because he hadn't casted about it yet. New on Warpcast Mobile, improved cast sharing. And this has been definitely improved. More relevant suggestions for DCs, search for people, send DCs to multiple people, more compact layout. So what I liked about this is I do a lot of copying the link to get ready for the show. And what would happen on more than one occasion is I would send it to a group chat or deceive somebody by mistake. And this is helping with that issue. So I'm seeing a lot less of that, which is good. So do like this. It is very helpful. So that is good. And then we have new on Warpcast from Horsefacts. Frames now support DGen L3 transactions. DGen deployers, start your engines. So now you can, within the frame itself, before it was only limited to certain types of transactions. So now this can be supported on DGen L3. So that's exciting. Lots of fun things happening. This was a really cool frame. So you could check your weekly streak, 552 days and a 57-week streak. And the NFT feed is what got me. Yeah, that's gone out. But LOL, you can see the NFTs on profiles. And also the Noggle reaction was what got me. And this was from Tom Major. And I thought this was really cool, but I don't think this was my first cast. And Jack also had, I should have pulled his. His was like, his first cast was Missile. And I'm like, I don't think so. He's like, I don't think this is right.
Is that because hubs have been trimmed because you're out of storage?
I'm not out of storage though, unless I was out of storage at one point, but I don't think I ever was for casts. I'm out of storage for reactions, and I'm always out of storage for reactions. But that's the only thing I've ever seen out of storage. I think it's just not pulling. I guarantee you, my first cast was a GM. This one does have a GM in it, but I'm pretty sure I just had like a very basic GM. I'm pretty sure, but it's possible this is my first one. The date looks about right. So October 24th, 2022 looks about right. But that was pretty cool. So there we go. But go check it out. You can check out this frame and check your own. And then this one was how early you were, view your rank. And I'm earlier than 99.18%, but really we're all early. This is one of those, like, your worth is not how early you were.
I haven't published it yet, but I drafted my newsletter, my Substack.
Oh, yeah.
And I have a rant in it this week about I can't handle the "we're so early" meme anymore. So it doesn't matter. Like it matters.
Really
It just
doesn't.
enough.
I mean, literally, we're all early. And I said this to my students too. I'm like, even though you only probably understand half of the things we've talked about in this class, you are now ahead of 99% of the world. So,
and yeah,
and that's great. that's fantastic.
And unless you're Brian Johnson, who's going to live forever, we're all ending up in a coffin or dead.
Exactly.
So.
Way to
Sorry,
Adrian.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
Sorry, you're all gonna die. Okay, thanks. This from Pinata. Pinata is excited to announce we are sponsoring program V4 of Backdrops Build, free to join 4-week async hackathon with the chance to credits for Pinata and more. It's not too late, so join now. This is really cool. So jump on here if you are interested, devs. This looks like a really cool opportunity and hackathon that is virtual. And then this also, including, which you see on my head right now, just received my Pinata hat from the transaction frame and love it. So I love that you could get a hat in a frame. That was pretty cool. And this also, Pinata adjacent, not really Pinata, but this is Whimsy Lindsay. Bose has launched. You can tip your bows. So add a splash of creativity to your Bose tips with the meme machine. Discover how effortlessly to turn your images and GIFs into stylish tips with my quick tutorial below. So go check that out. They're doing really cool things. I have not had a chance to dive in more on Bose, but it is on my list for the next couple of days because I definitely want to get in there. I think it's adorable. I love the idea of the Bose meme and something for the girlies. So I'm all in on this one. I have to just spend some time there. This from Carlos. We've implemented Elemi social meme coin metrics on Farcaster.in. It's highly experimental, but quite promising for spotting trends in community health, social score, also on rankings, weekly cast, plus percentage change and active casters. And I thought this was really interesting. This was taking off from something we talked about on Friday, which was the Dune dashboard from Elemi, who is like the head Dune wizard. Created the social graph of meme coins and sort of tracking that. And I thought that was really an interesting approach because memes are really about community and how we interact with each other. So I thought this was super cool. And now they're incorporating that, which is really neat. This from .NET. So I did drop some nogs to our chatters last week. And I've had a lot of questions about nogs. So I'm just going to very quickly touch on this, but I am going to drop some more nogs today. I moved over. So nogs is different when you do tipping. It's not an allocation. It's not here from the team. It's you're using it from your own wallet. So I moved over 389,000 nogs so I could tip them out. And and I'm tipping them out in groups of 389. The first person who can explain to me why I chose 389 in our chat or elsewhere, if you're seeing this, either in our chat or you can comment on when I post the recording. Tell me why I picked 389. Be very specific, very, very specific. It does tie to our episodes, all of our episodes, every single freaking one. But you're really going to have to dig on this one. So we'll see if anybody comes up with it. And if you do, I'm going to give you 912 nogs instead of 389. And we'll dig into that one another day. So this is nogs, one of the top 3 meme coins on FC this week. So pretty cool. And this came from the Dune District. Go ahead. What's that?
89. And is that the number of times our stream has died live in the middle of trying to record? Sounds about
could
right.
Be 389. Yep, could be 389 times I had a challenge uploading things. Nope. No, it's something nounish, if you will. But this is cool. This also came from the Dune dashboard of meme coins, and it's really a cool dashboard to go take a look and see what's trending and what's going on there. All right, moving on. Introducing Nook on Web. This is from I'm going to say Kartik. I was going to attempt to pronounce the at name, and no, that's not happening. Introducing Nook on Web, open to everyone. Nook.social. After a week of work, we're ready to share the first version with a bunch of delightful features. Check it out and let us know what you think. Not supported right now. Some mobile Nook features, transaction frames, multi-step cast actions. So take a look at that. I've been hearing a lot of positive things about Nook. I have not had a chance to really dive in. So that is on my list as well. I have so many things to do. on the plane. So we'll be doing them. And next up, alpha friends. Okay, another thing. I do not have time. I don't have the bandwidth. I'm sorry. But this has been popping off. I know a lot of people are doing this. So Alpha Airdrop 0 starts now. Get your head start before it all begins. Alpha Friends is a new SocialFi app for creators to start gated chats and earn DGen superfluid streams. Earn DGen every second and stake alpha on high potential creators to earn even more DGen. So if you were waiting for my alpha stream, it's not there. So if somebody's pretending to be me, it's not me. This is very similar to FriendTech, but with a little different approach. From what I hear, seems like a lot of people are really liking it and vibing with it. So they did have some challenges at one point. I think it got a little overloaded and they paused the invitation. So that's why at that moment I had time, and then I just haven't had time since. So more alpha for you. We've been awarded a 1 million DGen grant to build with DGen. There's 100,000 DGen up for grabs to early signups to be yoinked direct to your Alpha Friends wallet for the Alpha Friends app launch. Connect your Farcaster at alphafriends.com and recast to yoink the stream. So really has some really cool mechanics. I know a lot of people are vibing. Have you looked at this at all yet, Adrian? This is probably not your vibe anyway, but she's like, I have no idea what this is.
But I'm reading these casts and honestly, like my reaction's not that dissimilar from our good friend Sasha when she first just joined Farcaster and throwback to that.
Yeah.
And maybe this is why we'll get an intern someday to
do some of these things.
To do these. I mean, I miss the days when things would happen on Farcaster and we could know everything.
I know it's really hard. And this, I mean, I've seen a lot about this, and I'm in, various chats and listen, watching what people are doing with it, but I just didn't have time myself to jump on. I normally do jump onto these things just to try them out, but I'm literally still trying to just get off of FriendTech. I've told everybody to sell my keys because I want to off, just because I don't have time to. For me, I feel like there's a little bit of a responsibility with something like this. If people are subscribing to you, or however, I'm not exactly sure what the terminology is for this one. I feel like you have to do, add a little bit of value there. And I know I don't have the bandwidth to do that this week at all. No way. Do you remember the beginning of this stream? That's why. We're losing it. But it is really interesting. And I think there's some interesting mechanics that are a bit different than something like FriendTech or other things that we've seen like that. So we'll see how it plays out. I think it could be an interesting thing. So back to FarCon. I am going to be on a panel for Creator Economy. This is Creator Economy on Farcaster by Jam, being hosted by Jam on Friday. So let me just summarize the schedule for you on Friday. We have our episode 100 that we're live streaming with Dan and Barun. That will, who just got that? Somebody just got it. Good job.
It's Yes to Crypto.
Noun 389 is the intro music. That is correct. Yes to Crypto just snagged himself 912 nogs. Now tell me why 912. That one's an easier one, but Noun 389 is the inspiration behind our intro music. We play the instrumental version by Super Tag Woody, but there is a one with lyrics, and it makes a lot more sense if you know that. But if you find it on SoundCloud, that's where you'll know. So good job. That's a big old deep cut. Nice work. Didn't think anyone would get it that quickly. So good job. So back to Friday at FarCon. We are starting with episode 100 with Dan and Barun at the main venue, 57 Windward. So if you have not RSVP'd to that, you definitely want to do that because space will be limited. But we actually increased the space by about 4 times the size of the original event. So there you go. So that's a good news, but bad news is it's filled up a couple times, and I've convinced Ted to let me open it a little bit further, but she's worried that we're not going to have enough bagels. But anyway, I think we will. So there's that. And then following right after that, and we have not announced this formally yet, but I just got Johnny Mac confirmed last night. We are going to roll right. We're going to keep rolling, keep streaming with a discussion about on-chain creation, on-chain creators, and on-chain media. We're going to start with Nick Hollins from UFO and Johnny Mac from Fabric and Hypersub. And we're going to chat about creators and subscriptions, models, and things like that. And then we're going to roll in with Humpty, who is an on-chain media creator, and Owl Lucas from pods.media, and Alina Ferry. So we're going to be talking with some on-chain media creators and a couple others who I have not confirmed, who is Artlu in our chat. Artlu, if you're there, I'm reaching out to you and Kristen shortly. And then that's going to go until 11:30. No, yes, 11:30. And then at 11:30 to 12:30, we are rolling into so that we're going to roll into an on-chain media meetup. So if you are a creator or have interest in on-chain media, we're doing a very small little meetup right after that at the same venue, 57 Windward. And we're going to be just chatting all things on-chain media. And then I'm heading over to Jam for Creator Economy on Farcaster. And this first panel, I'm going to be moderating with how decentralized social networks empower creators. And the speakers are, is it Peachy or Peachy? I don't know. I have to ask that question very soon. So shout out. I need to chat with you, and you have to tell me how to pronounce that. Aneri, Colin, Phil, and Mac Badowski. So this is going to be very cool. So we've got Colin from Paragraph, Phil from Bright Moments, and Mark from Kiwi News, and Aneri from Coinbase. And just super excited about all of these things. This is going to be an amazing panel. That whole entire little mini summit is jam-packed with some incredible panels. There was also a possibility that Jack Butcher was going to be on this panel remotely. I don't know if that's still happening, but Jack, come on over. It's going to be fun. We'd love to Zoom you in or whatever, Google Meet you in. So really looking forward to that. Friday's going to be jam-packed. Like we're just going to roll one thing after another, and I'm really excited. Adrian's going to be ditching me. I'm going over there. She's going to the Pioneer Lunch. So we're splitting. We're dividing and conquering. And then at some point we might go hit up the Far Hack and check out what's going on over there and do some streaming from there. So we're going to be trying to stream from everything and make sure we loop you all in. So that is the plan. Yes, we are allowed to be separated links. We're not attached at the hip. It's okay. We have other friends. Not really. Not really. And then this from Dan, which I think is really cool. If you're in Los Angeles for FarCon, don't forget to update your location. So go to your edit profile location, and it will send an in-app notification to all your followers who are also in LA. So to help create some serendipity. So that's pretty cool. So give that a try if you'd like to share your location. If that's not your thing, then don't. If you are looking for all the events for FarCon, you can go to events.xyz. There is a little button to just show you everything for FarCon. And this including the GM Farcaster Happy Hour and the 100th episode of GM Farcaster. You can RSVP to both of those there. And events.xyz is, of course, by our friend Matthew. And I'm ending with this. I loved this picture so much. It is adorable. This was from the Farcaster meetup at NFT NYC. And this was Caro had posted this. Big shout out to GM Farcaster for the Hypersub Mole subscription. Your support keeps our community well informed and engaged. Thank you, Caro. And we had donated a subscription, a 3-month Mole subscription, and Matthew was the winner. So I love this picture. It's adorable. You two are so cute. And they are that little. It's so cute.
That was so fun. I even love that picture.
I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute. Okay, what did I miss? Did I miss anything? I think I got it all.
I think you got it all. FarCon is this week.
Yeah.
FarCon is this week.
Summary. Farcon is this week.
Yeah.
That's the summary. That's the summary. And yeah, and I can't wait to get these on people. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what people pick. You get both. You may have to pick one. I'm going to make everybody pick one, except unless you're special, then you get both. Dan and Varun can have both. They can have one of each. But the rest of you are going to have to make a choice. And I'm excited to see what you choose. Thanks, Yes to Crypto. That's really helpful. Yes to Crypto said, I'm pretty sure it's pronounced peachy, or Pai Chai, or could be Pai Kai, or there's a lot of ways to pronounce that. So yeah, that was not helpful whatsoever. I'm going to need that in voice note, please. And Link said the same thing. You guys are hilarious, by the way, as usual.
The friends are very funny today.
They are very funny.
I can't wait
very
to
funny
see
in the
you
chat.
All. IRL.
I know. We're going to see a lot of our regular chatters are going to be at FarCon, and I'm super excited. And yeah, I am really, really excited about this. So yep. And I love that. I love that you got that so quickly, Yes to Crypto. And by the way, I don't know if you know this, but Yes to Crypto is now a noun holder. He's a nouner, as we like to call him. So he ended up bidding on a noun. And yeah, so he made the full journey from GM Farcaster, a non-chatter, to nouner. That's quite a journey. I gotta tell you, he has no idea what he got into. But you'll soon find out when you get to meet some of the other nouners this week. And that's it. What did I miss, Adrian?
That's it. We're back on tomorrow.
We're back on tomorrow. That's
unless you're flying. Yes, we're back on tomorrow, Tuesday, and
I'm flying tomorrow night
for episode 99.
I know what I missed. We're dropping the episode with Chris Corella is going to drop later today. That went with his piece, his amazing piece that he did for us for Here for the Art. And normally we would be doing our next May Here for the Art towards the end of May. However, we wanted it to hit the episode 100. And this is really special for anyone who holds an episode. Our Hypersub subscribers, our partners, you're all going to be featured within the next art piece, because the next art piece is coming from Chris Co-Created. I got a chance to interview him this past weekend, so his interview will drop the same day, God willing, that I don't have any technical issues. And the art piece will drop on Friday and will be airdrop to any we're going to do it for all Mole and Wow Wow subscribers. We'll get the airdrop, and then it will be open to anyone who already holds an episode. They will be able to collect it as well. So I'm really excited. It's going to be very special. If you know how Chris Co-Created creates his art and like that sort of aspect of incorporation of the community, it's going to be really cool. So I'm very excited. And that's going to be dropping Friday. And we will see you tomorrow. We're going to be on tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. We will not be on Wednesday and Thursday. And then we will be back on Friday for our big episode 100. So tomorrow's 99. Who would have predicted? Not me. Definitely not me. I would not have predicted that whatsoever. So we will see you. We have people in our chat. We have a new person in our YouTube chat. That was surprising. Good morning. Good morning, Gregarious. I don't know who that is, but good morning. And we will see you at FarCon, but we'll also see you tomorrow morning right here. So with that, I bid you a bye-bye. Bye-bye.